Or just getting those questions ready. Get those inches, baby.
The behind the scenes.
Is this what I get for putting you bitches on? Because they my fault. They're all you bitches on.
Is this 48?
Baby, this is 48. Get into it.
48? I think not. Yeah, you know, I just want to point something out. Bitch, on my clock dry. What's this? Look at the.
I just washed her and put some moisturizing silicone mix.
Mama's giving a little frizzy, baby.
Frizzy who, girl?
It tastes synthetic.
I believe everyone can change.
I believe the children are future.
Big tits, beauty, corset,
Crusty hairline.
Exactly. You know, death drop, split, white. You said we were supposed to be shady. How?
Recite the national anthem.
Oh, can you see? Mormons.
All these other bitches, I'll be all of you. I'll be her.
And then you're like a fat, femme gay, you're fucked. So if you have an issue with me, call me. If you don't have my number, we don't have an issue.
And say that shit again because bitches who lip sync like that.
Don't bitch. Performance, bad. Outfit, bad. Mix, bad. Makeup, bad. Twice.
Do you want to risk your 7K to possibly lose again?
Yeah. Oh, but because I'll beat her up. And the new Utah housewives. Receipt.
That's you.
Timelines. Are Utah housewives? No, is it?
No, it's Salt Lake City.
Where's Salt Lake City?
You know what? We gotta stop.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
It's HBIC reporting live from the storm. It's raining, bitch, and it's windy. And it's raining and it's windy.
Is she giving Arianka? Is she giving Ariani? Is she giving Arianka? Is she giving Ariani? Is she giving Arianka? Arianka!
Stop playing, nigga. You know that I'm known for the ball.
You don't motherfuckers stay still. Stay still! Yes, mijo. Yeah, if you got a motherfucking problem, what's up? What's up? Bitch, you don't want it? I'm Taseki up in this bitch. First of all, bitch, happy motherfucking Monday. Happy whatever day it is that you're watching this. How y'all doing? I came up in here looking at my said what? And what? Bitch, I just got out the shower. My coochie clean. Can you say the same? I came up on here real quick to give y'all a quick disclaimer. Now, don't be, it's not a motherfucking excuse, bitch. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've been through. Who gonna hold me? Who gonna hold me? Because I need some hold, man. Hello, hallelujah. Anyway, so, before we get into this video, I just wanted to let y'all know. Okay, so, as you can see, for most of this video, I am off frame. Now, this has to do with my daughter, my pain-in-the-ass daughter that you will see in most of the video, because she, for some reason, her anxiety was too high that day, and she would not just shut the fuck up and be down. So literally, when I went to go sit down, the minute I went and sat down, she tilted the camera a little bit. Now, I was turned back, and I didn't really make much of it, because when I turned around, it looked like everything was good. But when I got up and checked the footage, it wasn't good. You know, but what matters is my guests look good. Bitch, and yes, I did. Yes, I looked a mess. And you do it too for a check. I was gonna get Employee of the Month. I had a whole bunch of technical issues with like that video between the framing, the audio, and I was just like really teeter-tottering on even posting it, but I was like, I'm not gonna not post it. It was a great conversation, it was a great episode. I'm not about to sit here and waste 2 hours of my life, nor of my guest life, for it not to go up, and all the shit we said, and all the shit we spoke or whatever. So I said, bitch, we're putting up this motherfucking video come hell or high water. So, you know, since I'm a strategical bitch, I said, you know what, we got planning for the right day. Now, this was supposed to be out yesterday, Sunday. But you know what motherfucking happened? As I'm trying to sit here and upload the computer stuff, the thing or whatever, the computers kept saying no space, not enough space, the this. What the fuck is a disc? What the fuck is a disc? Don't take no disc, bitch. It's a Mac. What the fuck? So I was irritated. One thing led to another. I don't know. I don't understand why they don't have more warning or caution signs when you press buttons in the settings. Because don't say something about a disc. And when I press just one button, what I didn't even, bro. I kid you not. I pressed one fucking button. Then I got mad because I couldn't figure out what everything else, like what else to press. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go back to editing. I'm gonna just go back and retry to upload it. Let's see. The video was gone. The video was motherfucking garbage. Again, bear with me. This is the first of this series. Going forward, the rest of the series. Now, I know framing of the camera. I know how to put the stand properly so this hoe won't knock it down. I know that she might need a babysitter. She don't shut the fuck up while I'm trying to record a video with my guest. Love her. But, This is a great episode. I hope you enjoy it. Like I say, I don't know, I don't remember if I say in the video, but make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Bitch, show some motherfucking love to me. Follow Miss Didi. Follow me. Bitch, you should be following me. Duh. If you've been here before, you know what the fuck to do. If it's your first time, or we get with the motherfucking program, because we here for a long time. Ain't a good time. Period. A long time ain't a good time. Isn't she lovely? Alright, bitch, have you word me that I see if you know me, get to know me because you know you want some of this baby bubble juice. Bitch, I know it's been a minute since we said that. Oh yeah, that's why I say baby bubble juice. It's something I made up years ago. Baby. You know, because I'm a little thick bitch. But today we have special guest, whore, Brazilian cunt. Her favorite color is green because she's a sick bitch. Didi Tsunami!
Crickets. Crickets.
Welcome to the motherfucking show, bitch. She's our first inaugural guest because I'm just like, you know, first of all, she's a cusp. Aries, Pisces, like me, bitch. So I already know she's gonna keep it real. We could talk real tea and we can get real nasty with it, bitch. So we're gonna have a good time, bitch. And first of all, tell the girls how old are you? Where you from?
Hi, dolls. Hi, everyone. My name is Didi Tsunami. I am your Brazilian bombshell, but I'm blonde today. But your Brazilian bombshell in LA. I am your favorite natural. I am your favorite natural disaster. I came to devastate. So we're about to be honest, true. We're about to be shady. Y'all get ready. I am 22 years old, originally from Brazil. Lived in Boston for a few years, so I was an East girl for a little time, but now I'm a West Coast type of bitch.
Period, bitch.
Yeah.
She's a West Coast bitch. Same here, girl. It's crazy because I never been to Boston. I only been to Massachusetts. Wait, is Massachusetts Boston?
Mm-hmm.
I've been there before, but very young. When I was like a poet in my youth, we did like this poetry book and we went like this poetry tour in Boston. Massachusetts, I guess the same shit. Was on the list.
Boston's the capital of Massachusetts. Massachusetts is a state.
Oh, I thought Massachusetts was a state.
Massachusetts is the big state, and then it's like Boston is the capital of Massachusetts.
Well, I feel U.S. history and over multiple times, so it's okay. Stop!
I ain't right.
Comment, share, subscribe, and press the ding-a-ling-a-ling so you know every time I post. Because we're gonna have bad bitches like this on the channel a lot more often, bitch. And eventually, I'm gonna have so many bitches up here and starting so much shit that I'm gonna end up doing. We're gonna have to do a reality show after all of the stuff. All the girls.
Are we the new Utah housewives? Receipt.
That's you.
Timelines. Are Utah housewives? No, is it?
No, it's Salt Lake City.
Where's Salt Lake City, dumb bitch?
You know what? We gotta stop. I thought Salt Lake City was its own like
state.
Not state.
Well, but then what it was, girl?
Like their own land. Like you know how they have like
Hawaii.
Mount Rushmore. That's like
Mount Rushmore is a national park in a state.
But what state?
Mount Rushmore is in South Dakota.
But nobody talks about that. You see, that's what I thought Salt Lake City. I was like, Salt Lake City is its own place because nobody talks about where it's from. Utah. Oh.
Is this bitch for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real right now?
How long you been in drag, bitch? Tell the girls.
So I started drag in Boston in the whole tea. I started as like a makeup guru 2018 after I came out of the closet. So I did like makeup for a year. I looked really ugly. My dream was to be the new James Charles. Clearly did not work out. But then I love Pablo Vittar. And then, yeah, she's a Brazilian iconic drag queen. She's so good. If you haven't seen Pablo Vittar, check it out after this video. She's so good. And then James was like getting drag. So I was like, let me do drag. I did it for Halloween, and then 6 months later, I did a talent show senior year. It was like, you know, like a pageant before the boys. So it was like Mr. MHS, which is the name of my school. And then it was from like the National Honor Society. We all like had to, all the boys from that had to like be part of the pageantry and raise money. So I was like the extra one because I was gay. So I came out in like a swimsuit. Everyone was just wearing shorts. I was in like a fucking like Speedo and I brought like a beach umbrella with me. Full extra. And then my talent show was a drag show.
Period.
So I did Telephone by Lady Gaga. It was like Trump time, you know, 2019. It was like 350 people. Grandmas, aunts, conservatives. Everyone was there and the girls were screaming. And then I was like, stop. I don't want to hear anymore. Get in my head. And then on the dance floor, I fell into a split. And then people were like, ah! And then after that feeling, when I finished that performance,
Did
I
they
was
take
like,
you?
no, because everyone was watching. But I was like, after I finished that performance, I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. That was March 2019. So April, I created my Instagram. And then I started performing at the 18 Plus Club in June. And I performed from June into March. Miss Corona arrived. And then I dipped. Came to LA. Became an LA girl.
And this is where she came in to take over. See, when I first met this bitch, she looked like a straight man. I knew it was a man in the wig. And
What are you
only
talking
a
about,
couple
bro? You
months.
look at yourself in the mirror?
First of all, I am a man in the wig. I never denied that. But now she's so content. It's only been a couple months. But like now, I feel like she's fully in her drag, like bad bitch. Like your face is snatched. I was telling her earlier, face snatch, everything, bitch. Like she looks fishy, cunty woman. Like if I walk past in the street, I'm gonna think this is a woman named like Natasha or something. Like Natasha Natalie, I don't fucking know, something like that. See, but it's crazy because, so did you always knew you wanted to do drag?
No. You know, like when you're senior in high school and you're like, oh, excuse me. You know when you're senior in high school and you go through that phase, they're like, you gotta find your passion, you gotta find your love. What do you wanna do for work when you get out of here? You're gonna go to college. It's that whole pressure. And then like, I had the experience of like applying to like early admission to a college that I knew professors, I knew the dean. I wrote amazing letters. I had a letter from a professor in the college. I worked at this community center that like fully helped me out, get all the networking connections that I needed. And I got amazing SAT scores. I had good grades. I did all the extracurricular. My SAT score, I think it was 650 for English and 680 or 700 for math. So my SAT score were good.
What's the highest? I don't know.
800, 850? Something like that.
I
I don't remember. It has been like a while. But
I got away with it.
it was pretty epic. It was pretty good. But then I was like, everyone was so sure I was gonna go. I was sure. I got into this program for like seniors that will go in and we get to sleep at night at the college. And then they're like, if you got into the program, most likely you get into the college. But the only thing is that I was first gen and they were gonna give me a full ride, but I guess I wasn't enough for the full ride. So even though like I had all the pre-qualifications, I just didn't have the money. And I think they have a limited amount of people that get full rides, and I guess I wasn't the girl that they wanted. So I didn't get a full ride. I got really sad because I never put so much work and effort into something and getting just a no. There was no explanation. Like, what was it that you were missing from me so I could grow?
Right, and get better.
There was nothing. It was just like, sorry, we can't accept you for class of 2023. Fuck you and your dreams. And I was like, I'm working 3 months for free trying to get this application top notch and getting a no on it. So like, that was really sad. And then now I look back, I'm like, thank God. I know, but at that moment you don't see the reason. You know, it's like a breakup, getting cheated on. Everything that's hard should bring good change and growth for you, but you're never gonna see at that moment. Only years later you notice that, like, thank God that happened.
See, I agree with that. However, it only brings good change if you let it bring good change. So I feel like a lot of people, things like that will happen.
If you're chasing the past, then you stay there, bitch.
Yes, they're like, oh my God, you get into college and keep trying and not finding another bag. See, you were smart enough to be like, bitch, let me throw on a wig and a little swimsuit.
Exactly. And then I was like, I after that was like November, I decided not to apply to any colleges until like last minute because application deadline is like the 31st of December, something like that. So I applied to like a few colleges because I had the common app, so I did the small essays, everything. I applied to 6 schools, including my early admission. I only got into 5. So my only one that I didn't get into was my early admission. But then all the other schools were like, we're giving you $30,000 on a $60,000 a year. I was like,
is that good?
You might as well give me a cent for me to pay $1.
Oh, bitch, that is cunty. Like, in not a good way.
Yeah, but it was like good because I knew I was like qualified for it, but also sucks because I knew the system wasn't there for me to help me pay for it. So I was like, fuck this, I don't need a diploma. And then I started doing drag. I tried community college 1 semester. I never felt so depressed in my life. I was like, oh.
So you never finished college?
I didn't even finish the first semester, girl. I dropped out half of a semester, and it was only English. It wasn't 4 classes. It was 1 class. I paid for it, but I never finished it. And then I say something.
See, that's smart. Because,
and then I moved to LA.
See, what they don't
because my parents helped me out a little bit better.
Period. See, what they don't tell some bitches about school is them bills catch up to you. Because see, I was barely in school, and that's why I'm thinking financial aid is, that's money that the government gives you to go to school.
Yeah.
Bitch.
It's not.
That's not what the student loan account say. I say student loan, it took it out, and it's like $7,000. I said, oh my fucking God, like That's why I stopped going to school because I'm like, who the fuck is
They catch people, yeah.
Yeah, they sit there and make it seem like, oh, we're helping you with school, and then later on down the line, you got
Because there are two different things. There's like financial aid and there are grant. Whatever is grant money, it's yours to keep. Whatever is financial aid, you gotta pay that.
See, I always thought it was opposite. I thought grant money was like, because I didn't know what grant money at the time. I was young and dumb.
But when you're granting something to someone, are you not giving? I grant you passage on the highway.
Whoa,
I grant you
I'm from
whatever.
the hood. We don't use the word grant.
Bitch.
We don't use the word grant, so I never heard that word. Only grants I knew was people named Grant, like Grant Williams, Grant Tyler, bitch. First of all, we sipping on some tequila, so what you just sipping on? Cheers.
We all
bitch.
21, okay?
Yes, we of course.
It's just juice.
Girl, they know me for a while. I've been drinking before. What do you feel like is the big difference between the Boston scene and the LA scene?
Okay. Big difference. At least pre-pandemic, Boston is a completely different scene now. I heard that other girls have fat asses, big boobs, pretty. When I was in the Boston area, we had iconic girls like Violence exclamation point. We had Coleslaw. We had Champagne. Just JB.
Damn, it was a fucking Thanksgiving feast.
Girl.
Coleslaw, champagne.
I feel like the Boston drag that I learned wasn't just beauty, pageant vibe. It was more like, think of like Dragula, but a little prettier and less scary. That was like the girls. Like the girls were bringing fake blood to the gig. The girls were doing crazy tricks. I will never forget. I watched her show by Violencia where she did what's that song? The
Cherry
Beyonce
song?
Cherry out, the Beyonce song.
Oh,
I
Blow.
can't wait.
Blow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So she did Blow, and then she had like a container of cherries, and then she was like popping the cherries out,
Bitch.
holding it in front of it, like throwing cherries on the crowd and on stage, and you never see that in LA. So like there was a number I helped a drag queen, and she was a fisherman. I was dressed as a fish, and I brought a real fish on stage, like a big fish from Whole Foods, and I slapped her with the fish doing the number. Like the fish got, yeah. There was a girl that sucked an octopus mid-stage. Like she brought an octopus and then she put it in her mouth. She was dead, but put it in her mouth and stuff. So like the girls were out there in a good way. It was like gaggy. You look like
country, like campy.
yeah. It was good. I personally loved it.
See, I think that's what those girls on that side bring more. Well, maybe like Boston, New York, that area.
At that time,
it's more.
Now it's more like elevated, and I feel like those girls kind of like stayed behind with the pandemic in a way, which I feel really sad because they're like OG, you know, when I started, they were doing drag for like 10 years, 15 years, like they've been doing drag since college, you know, we're almost 40, you know what I mean? So like the girls are like, they have been there, they were running the scene, and then COVID came, and then when COVID opened, it was like a reset of the girls. So like the clubs and a lot of old places closed and new places opened, but they didn't bring the older gals. They brought like the newer gals. So like the girls that had amazing outfits, big fake titties, the girls that would please. Think of like when you are you white girl that's watching this right now. When you think of a drag queen, what do you think? Big tits, beauty, corset,
crusty,
yeah, exactly. You death drop, splits, white. So that's what you expect from them. But you know, if the girls were not giving that, they didn't come back with COVID with the new upgraded closet and style. Yeah, so they got left behind, which is so sad. But I think that's the big difference now from my era when I was there and the era that I'm living here in LA. I think there's a lot of like two extremes. I know drag is very broad, but you have the comedy queens
and the look queens
and the performers. But the look stays with the performance. When you're funny, you should usually don't perform that well, personally, from my experience. But which is sad because it's limiting, and then I just think I'm shady and funny, beautiful performer. So I kind of stay in the middle ground, and there's just like a rare 5% of us there in the middle. Because you know, a lot of the girls that are pretty that can perform don't have that much of a personality. They're not that funny. A lot of the funny queens can perform numbers, but not like 5, 6, 7, 8. The drop, high kick, it's just a different. There's two extremes, like black and white, and then there's just a few.
So where do I fall? Because I'm not a look queen, but I'm not a comedy queen.
Exactly. There's just like the middle ground. There's just a few girls. The earlier you are, the less of like an aesthetic and what you are, you know, because you're like exploring. It's for me, drag is all about evolving and like growing. And if you're not changing, then I think you will get left behind. And that just not drag. That's all careers, but like you gotta keep growing. And if you're not here to grow, baby, you might as well be That,
I mean, that's true. I always tell the girls all the time, bitch, if you're not willing to motherfucking be like push your pen, basically how they do it like in rappers or whatever. You're not willing to force yourself. And not only that, I feel like a lot of people they step into certain fields and they're like, oh my god, well this is too hard, or I don't fit in, and it's like, bitch, well you make yourself fit in. Because I know I don't, like you said, it's very black and white out here. I don't fit in neither one of those categories. But that's why you kind of, I feel like when you stand, you stand out, because even if you like not like I don't, she knows. I don't really go out like that. But it's like when I go out, people still like the queens and they know me because it's like that one time they met me, I was different from the other bitch because I was wearing just a fucking whole outfit from Hustlers and, you know, a dry wig allegedly that moved the most of these thick bitches' wigs.
I don't know who told her that. Whoever told her that was not a mirror.
My wig moved, bitch. My wig don't move?
Girl, when we were performing, your wig was like, think of like a bunch of like barbecue sticks. They moved, but they're like,
well, because it was a little dry. I just said dry, but it was moving, bitch. The fuck.
Synthetic is not dry. Synthetic can be dry. Synthetic is always dry.
Maybe it was half dry. I mean,
it was
thirsty. No, that was actually half synthetic, half human. So
I'll burn it.
Oh. See, and the special guest is my daughter Nyla because she is a Friday, so we have to hold her today. But that's what I kind of felt with the difference with New York queens and LA queens. Well, before moving out, I didn't do drag. I didn't want to do drag. I always did makeup and put on wigs and stuff, but it was just because I'm big on gender fuck gender. Like fuck
that's
that
what gender is,
feminine. Yeah, like my out of drag looks is always like I wear very borderline shit, so that's what I was before. But then I was like, you know, similar was like, bitch, if I can make money and I'm already a dancer and I'm learning how to do makeup.
She is a performer, okay?
Yeah.
There's only
that's one thing these bitches can't touch me on. Y'all can bring me for my looks and stuff, but y'all ain't touching me.
But looks is about time, you know. The more time you do it, the better it becomes.
Yeah, the more money, yeah.
And she is already talented as a performer. And she has a personality, which is something you cannot buy. Looks you can always buy. Time, you always have more. Personality, you cannot find it at the store, babes. So if you have it, you have it. If you don't, grow up.
And so that's the thing. I feel like, and a lot of girls. Well, we're gonna get into that too in a second, bro. Before we get into that, I did want to shout out a couple New York queens because when I was in New York, I did my first gig.
How was it?
It was cunty
fun.
Like it was like a tiny bar, not too big, but packed house. I made real good tip money and the dolls were there. Like it was a whole bunch of queens, a whole bunch of queens and all that. It was in Brooklyn, yeah. It was sickening. And one of two of the best performers I ever seen in my life, bitch, in and out of drag. Daniela and Tsunami, which I found out, bitch, they're in a relationship, bitch, so shout out to y'all. But literally, it was cunty because I never seen nothing like, so the Tsunami, bitch, she had like clown makeup type. And she did a very sad song. Compared to everybody else, we did like, and her song was depressing. But she started taking off her clothes. And she was like, it literally looked like she had a hole in her chest. And then she pulled out her heart. Like, it was just so fucking mind blowing.
On a Monday?
It was on the Sunday. But
on a Monday?
I'm like, bro, this is insane. I'm like,
New York is another level.
Yeah, like, I've never seen nothing like that. Because I feel like in New York, they're less focused on the looks. They're more focused on the performance, the drama. Even if you're not going to give drama, you're just going to give they're more focused on that because ultimately that's what drag started as, was performance. And you know, the looks came within time, but you watch even bitches who were just Drag Race girls, watch earlier seasons, them bitches would go out rainbows. Yeah. Fucking H&M. Until RuPaul said, I don't want to see no more fucking H&M. What are some of your pet peeves in drag? Now, it could be with yourself, with drag queens or drag performers, period, you know, because we're inclusive here. I don't hear nobody, what about kings? So what are some of your pet peeves in drag?
I had to answer that for Drag Race, the application, which I didn't submit, so don't worry, I'm not spoiling anything. I won't be on the next season. Period. But my biggest pet peeve in drag is lazy queens. That's what I like to call it. It's just like, don't be lazy. If this is your art and you say you love this, put some effort into it. Don't be lazy. I know we all have a life. I know you all got a 9 to 5. We got bills. We got shit. We have relationships. There's a lot going on all the time. But put some effort. You know, if your look is not there yet, put effort in the performance. If the look in the performance is not there yet, put effort in your mix. put effort into something that us viewers will appreciate. I hate going to a show and sitting there without wanting to, but like performance, bad. Outfit, bad. Mix, bad. Makeup, bad. Where was the effort? Bad. Not there. So that's what I call lazy queen. It's like, at least show us that you care. It's a lot of try and error. As long as you're trying, it's valid.
Yes.
Like, we need E for effort. Like, that's why I don't want to be giving F's in my mind. Obviously, I'm not rating anyone. But if you do come up to me and ask for my opinion, I'll tell you. So don't ask if you don't want to hear it. And I'll tell you even if you don't ask.
She will, bitch.
But it's all constructive. I am shady, but I'll never say something that's not for you to be better at, because I always want to grow and change. Ooh, no branding. And be better.
See, I agree. I feel like, because that's why I appreciate you and like very few bitches who critique me and stuff, because it's like some of y'all I can take the critiques from because I see y'all face or I see y'all looks and see y'all evolution. So it's like I can take a critique from her. But the bitches will try to read me and it's like, mama, you can read me, but baby, you're not really reading nothing, because even with the way I'm making, I still look better than you. Right. Yeah. But one of my pet peeves is similar to that, but it's when bitches don't know their words. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, your lyrics.
Make your own. It's different if you're battling and you don't know songs.
Right.
But if you get the option, the choice to choose your own music, bitch, why the fuck do you not know what the fuck is coming out your mouth? Yeah. Especially when Nicki Minaj. A lot of things out here, yeah, she do it sometimes too, bitch. A little read, pet peeve, bitch. Fuck you.
I have done that sometimes, but it was more in
but you're aware of it. Like you
right, yeah. I always get off stage. I'm like, bitch, I didn't know how to do the lyrics. But because it was a lot. So I did this big competition. We'll talk about it later. But it was like 13 weeks long, and then I had to do a different number weekly. And the thing is that I was set, like the competition was on a Wednesday, and then the next show was next Wednesday. So I had 7 days. Thursday I would choose a song. Saturday was not my vibe anymore. Monday I'll have another song. And then that didn't work with my outfit. Then Tuesday I'll choose a third song and a third outfit. And then I had work. Yeah. So it was like, I kept listening to the song. English is not my first language, but that's not an excuse. But I kept listening to the song, but I didn't have time to be reading the lyrics. I'm like driving to the gig. I'm like driving for work, coming from work, working from home, doing shit, getting my wig ready. There's like so much that went into it. And I was just like, I didn't have enough time to fully grasp the song, but I had a vision that I wanted to deliver. And if I did this song from Thursday that I could have known the lyrics, I would be happy because it was not the vibe and what I wanted to deliver. And then even out of the 13 weeks, I didn't know probably 3 or 4 weeks. I didn't know the song completely. I knew most of it, but there were like parts that my lip sync was off, 3 seconds delays, wrong lyrics.
3 seconds.
Girl, watermelon, be like that. Watermelon. the girls that get it. The girls that don't know.
Bitch, all you gotta do is give them a little hair whip and a little.
Yeah, like do a little twist, turn around, have a good time. Like as long as you, it's not a bad peeve to me if you're entertainer. So it's like you don't know your lyrics, but you're entertaining the crowd. You're making fun of yourself. You're playing with it. Fine, it happens,
See, okay, in your case it was different, and I'm not making excuses. I feel like in general, in a competition like that, and I only say that because, granted, I only made it to week 3, but still, even competition, and it's difficult. Yeah. Like you have to literally, you get whatever. See, I feel like was a little better in the fact that I think y'all got y'all categories in advance.
Right, we got an email, but it was 13 of them.
We didn't find out the categories till the night after we find out who's advancing. So it's like, bitch, what the fuck?
So you only had a week to like order everything on Amazon,
and mix and looks, and it wasn't. She didn't. Angina did not play. It was also like she kicked it off with the first category was fucking reveals. Yeah. So it's like you have to start off here. So, but I understand that because it's like when you are pushing yourself like that, it's like you're challenging yourself. Yeah. So it's like, damn, it's not working, or this might be a little too mean, so let me change it. So seeing a competition setting like that is different. However, if my pet peeves brunches, just regular performances, I know a handful of bitches who do that always constantly. Or another pet peeve is similar to that one, just when they do bitches who lip sync like that.
Don't
bitch, why do
girls will like exaggerate, but sometimes when I exaggerate, by the time I'm going for the other word, you already left the song. Yeah, because I'm opening too much. It takes too long to come back to do the next word.
Overthinking. Yeah. And most of the time, queens who do that for all the people who ain't drag queens, when y'all go to a drag show, if you ever see a hoe, most of the time, 98% of the time, the bitches don't know their words, and that's why they doing their mouths like that.
Is this what I get for putting bitches on? They all need to go.
And really, I really started getting mad with Nicki because I love Nicki now, and I know Nicki words. When bitches do Nicki, and you know Nicki raps,
Oh yeah.
and you're like, that pisses me off.
You saw I did Nicki for my finale and it was good.
Yeah, see,
I did Fly by Nicki Minaj and Rihanna. I came out with big Victoria's Secret wings. And then literally when Nicki started, I did like a little part of you know, I can't do it. I can't do it too much, otherwise copyright. But then when Nicki came out with her rap, I literally was like this. You ready? And I was like, y'all bitches watch, because these lyrics are coming out. And I learned hands down because there were $7,000 on that line.
And she won it, bitch. Now, so we talk about winning, let's get into the competition. So you did drag out.
I did.
How did it feel? What was it like? Well, first of all, how did it feel? How did you feel at the beginning? And then how did you feel in the middle? And how you felt? Obviously, you won, so you felt great at the end.
Yeah.
But how was the process? How did you feel?
So I had done like a shorter version of it with Billy at first, and then I had won $1,000, and I had to split with Snackata because we tied on the voting.
Yes.
Pre-Pride, and then she opened a qualifying round. We had to make it top 2. I did Jenny Too's week, so Jenny Too got first place, I got second. First week of the qualifying rounds, I qualified. Good. And then 2 weeks before the competition, we got an email with 13 lip sync songs, and then all of our teams. So I jotted down all my teams. I created a playlist with the songs that I had to learn.
Really
Most of them are like very iconic, like I Will Survive, It's Raining Men, Bootylicious, Toxic. So there was like a lot of like iconic songs, but like there were songs I didn't know, like Let's Have a Kiki, or I didn't know all the words to Vogue by Madonna. So all the words, you know, all the words.
Oh, that was a lip sync battle.
All the words.
See, but some of the lip sync battle.
But we didn't get to use all the songs. Like Bootylicious was on like 2 times. Bootylicious also has a lot of words. You think it's easy, but it has a lot of words. So it's a little tougher to learn. But including learning all of those, I had to come up with idea, concepts, props, outfits, and perform. And then some of the weeks, I had to perform 2 numbers. And then if I got top 2, I had to perform the battle to win the weekly prize of like $200, $300, whatever it was. So on top of performing once or twice, maybe 3 times on a week, I would still have to do the battle. So like some Wednesdays I perform 4 numbers, and I try to change my looks every time. Other Wednesdays I perform once because, you know, I qualified, but I didn't make it to top 2, so I only had to do my number. But speaking from my perspective, I was very excited because I always wanted a competition like this. I called it the PSAT of Drag Race.
Yes.
So it's not the SAT, it's the PSAT.
A little practice.
Yeah, a little practice. And it was like 13 weeks long, different themes. And then my grandma helped me with my outfits. She was visiting from Brazil, so we made my first like 5 looks. I had like my first 4 or 5 looks ready. From that on, I had to spend money. I spent about $2,500 to $3,000.
How many good things you made?
Oh yeah, right. But on wigs, Texas, so those are my deductibles.
Oh shit.
But I was like wigs, outfits, and like I went down. And from the get-go, I was like, I'm gonna win this shit.
Yeah,
there's no other way
so,
around. So my mindset was like, I'm investing. Obviously, when he was like, I'm only gonna invest, and I'm like, we were top 4, so when we got to top 8, I was like, oh, you have another 4 to 5 weeks before the finale, so I need to invest, so everything will come from like China, and there was enough time to arrive. So I felt comfortable, and I knew that I was going for the crown. And no shade to my drag out sister, but it was mine since the beginning. And I told all of them week 1, I love y'all. I'm very excited to be in this journey with y'all. And then I could feel who was gonna be in the top. And
so do you think the top 4 was valid?
Yeah, I agree. There were some girls that could have changed, but like I think the top 4 was fair. I wish like there were other possibilities for top 4s. Not because the girls that are in the top 4 did not deserve to be there, but there was also more talent in the competition than lack of. So all the girls that were there were pretty talented. And I think that my mindset since the beginning was like, I love you 16 girls that are in the competition.
But
y'all are not my competition. Y'all are competing
with each other, but not with me.
Yeah. And not because they were less than me, I was better than them, not that mindset. Just because my goal weekly was to better myself, not beat them. The only person I wanted to beat was Didi from the week before.
Yes.
So was my outfit better? Was my makeup better? Was my performance better? Was my lip sync better? And I'll tell you, there were like a roller coaster. Some weeks I was like amazing. The next week I'm like, I gotta be better. It was like shit. And then the other week was like boom, double amazing than the week before. And that made me grow. And I'm always experimenting. So you see this mug, you see this hair, this is the style I have right now. But then next week I'm changing it up and you'll be like, who are you? Nice to meet you again. Like I get a lot of that. I go out, girls are like introducing themselves to me again. I'm like, no, it's Didi.
Right.
It's like, I get it. I keep changing it. And it's not, I'm like, oh, she's discovering herself, figure out her style. No, I just like to change because I don't want to have a branded makeup, a branded look, something that people can recognize. I want to be the bitch they're like, ooh, it's Didi. She's neat. Oh, it's Didi again. But it's like, ooh, that's like new era, new era. Yeah. Exactly. I don't want to have like a branding that's like, you know, Trixie Mattel has a branding of like a makeup style, or Violet has whole branding of like style that she does on drag. Yeah. I don't want to be limited. I want to be able to flow through everything. Like gender is a spectrum, Didi's a spectrum.
I love you, bitch. That was cunty. See, now I feel like that is kind of what made you a winner in the sense that, like you said, you already went with that winning mindset. And back to what we were saying earlier, like you have to be willing to push yourself. Like at the end of the day, that's one thing. For everybody, whether you're in drag, out of drag, whatever, I always tell you bitches, if you are not confident in what you are doing, and not only not confident, but self-aware. Self-awareness is a big thing. Because you could be confident, you could have just gave a sickening ass number in the performance of your life. But are you gonna stay there, or how can I get better? How can the next performance be my new performance of my life? You know, shit like that. So I feel like it was good you went in with that mindset, and no shade. But I also, when I saw the cast list, I specifically told you and Hentai, I knew y'all was gonna be. And I love there's a couple of girls I don't know, but I love all of y'all bitches. But I did tell you and Hentai specifically, I knew y'all was gonna make it to the top 4, like hands down, because I know how much y'all wanted it and how much y'all were dedicated, how much time and effort y'all were putting into it, and y'all were evolving. Like there was a lot of girls who did that competition who I was like, it's the top of the week. Because it's like there was a lot of gossip too, because this competition is a little different. There is no judge panel. Oh yeah, there was.
So it's only voting tickets, and the votes work this way: the crowd comes in. You can buy $3 3 tickets, $5 5 tickets, and every drink that you get gets you a ticket. And you get double tickets if you get tequila vodka from the brands that were sponsoring the competition. So I know a lot of people, and I go out a lot on the weekends, and I make new friends. I am a networking girl. I'm not scared to speak up. So I'll literally like invite people, and I play the game well. I invited them in groups, and like not intentionally had like group A, group B, group C, but if I invited you last week and you didn't come, I didn't invite you this week, but I will invite you on the third one. So like I try to cycle out my friends, and I had this steady group of like 5 to 10 people that will pretty much show up every week unless you're out of town or like work or something, which I get, it was a Wednesday, but I invited people and everyone tried to make at least one. So that's why I was like cycling out. And then out of the competition was 13 weeks, including the finale, so 12 weeks before the finale. And I made it to the top 9 weeks out of the 12.
Period. And did you have any bottoms? Or was your track record just top and
Well, if you make bottom, you're chopped.
Oh, okay.
But the bottom, you got to lip sync to win the prize of the week.
Oh, okay.
So I got to lip sync 9 times to win the prize of the week. I only won the prize of the week.
The top.
On the top, yeah. I only won the weekly prize 3 times out of the 9. But I think it was also just like, I kind of knew I was the winner. So I was like, every time I lip sync, I gave a show, but it wasn't like, oh, let me put my best effort into this. I was like, a lot of the girls that lip sync against me, they only had one chance to like lip sync for the money. So I was like,
oh, sympathy vote. Basically.
I'm not about to fight for the stage. I just have it. And I was in the backstage doing my thing, you know? Like, I'm not gonna like force it. It was a week that was $500 and I really needed the money. But I was like, don't worry, 7K is coming. Like, focus on the big, not the small. Amen. Focus on winning the war, not the fights.
Amen. And I feel like,
so that's what I did.
I said, bitch, you ate that 9 out of 12 weeks. That is cunty, bitch. Period. I don't.
9 out of 13. No, actually, 10 out of 13 because I won the finale. So
right. Well,
I was in the
won the whole thing.
but I was in the top.
Welcome to Didi's Drag Race. You know Plain Jane?
Yes, Plain Jane's my girl from Boston.
Period.
We used to work together in the 18 plus club.
Now
She booked me for gigs and everything.
Is she really that bitchy? Or she putting
When I met, I'm gonna tell you honestly, when I met Plain Jane Culture, she always been stupid. So she is stupid. You're like Butterfingers. I didn't expect anything less than that. Like she's dumb. When you think like pretty and bimbo dumb, multiply stupid with times 7. That's Plain Jane. So it's not bimbo stupid, but she's like bimbo dumb.
But is she that shady?
She was never shady to me.
No, yeah, but in general.
No, so the thing is that I was the only underage girl, and I only did the 18 plus club or 18 plus events. So I never got to kiki with the girls out of drag or go to the house or everything because I have work. I live with my family. I was only out for the gigs, and I wouldn't like get a fake ID or nothing because it's not worth risking. So then don't do it. But if you do it, be careful. Yeah, and I honestly kind of lived that she's shady, but she was always like fun and stupid and a kiki and open to conversation. She was never like cold or like away or like disrespectful. No, but I'm liking that she's shady, and I don't know if that's who she is right now or if that's like a character she put on for the show. I would live for it. Exactly.
There's been a lot of
bitches. Entertainment. It's good TV, and we're not mad about it.
And that's why I feel like a lot of bitches fail to realize that a lot of people been trying to come out online and stuff. I'm like, bro, she's giving TV, bitch. Period. She's gonna be the reason we got an Emmy this season again because she's eating it up.
We haven't had a mean girl since Violet Chachki, in my opinion. A top mean girl.
Mean, but I feel like we've had like Mistress was borderline, not mean, but she was like a shady, like she didn't give a fuck. Right. That's what I like.
Mistress was shady,
but Violet was mean. But I feel like,
Violet was shady too. But we haven't had like a mean girl, villain win. Like,
I would.
Women, go back to Party City where you belong. We need those days back. Like everyone is so like cancel culture. I can say anything.
You're too sensitive.
Baby, if I get on Drag Race, Mama, Plain Jane times 7, y'all be ready. Mama, it's gonna be a key.
You know what I really want? I really, really, whenever they decide that I decide to, elevate and apply to Drag Race. So I did start the application, but that was too much. Like it was just too much. And I feel like you have to generally plan it out like months in advance to kind of be prepared. And I wasn't, so I was like, okay, now I know what it looks like. I have the files, so that way. For upcoming years,
you gotta be working throughout a year, not just like when the application comes out and have a month and a half, 2 months. Not with it. You working through a year or 2 of your content. I know you're gonna grow out too much from a year, but work a year or 2 of content, gigs, videos, looks. Just give yourself time,
But also, I feel like honestly, if we're being honest, they need to stop just putting anybody on Drag Race. They have to also go back to like giving TV. Like, it has to go back to people who have personality. A lot of the girls who go on Drag Race, they're just so scared and timid. Oh, the fans this. Baby, first of all, when we are in the dressing room, bitch, we're not worried about no fans or what everybody says, bitch. We're beating each other. And we having a shady good kiki. So it's like, why can't we do that on the cameras without being canceled by, whatever. Honestly, y'all wouldn't want me on Drag Race. Put me on Drag Race and one of these bitches I know from LA. Mama,
I already told girls we are applying on a beef. We're like, I don't like this bitch.
And then by the end, we'll be best friends. We're like, oh, I love you so much. And full circle. That's comfy, baby.
Yeah, it's good TV. And y'all will never know that we're always besties. Cheers.
Cheers. I finished my drink. I said, cheers with the water. They trying to keep my water on motherfucking deck, bitch. Now, how do you feel about... Now, this is a conversation I want to have with a lot of the queens because I feel like it's something that we need to start having a conversation about because I feel like even new queens, I feel like we need to start getting paid just to show up. Now, I know it sounds crazy. In my opinion, the reason why I say that is because ultimately we are most of the time putting our bodies on the line. We are dancing. We're gotta put together a look. Y'all read the girls if the mug's not right, if the hair's not right, outfit's not right. It's like, but if I come to a show and I'm only making, let's say it's a small night and a bad night, you only go home with $20 in tips. How the fuck that's my meal home. That's my way home. That's the Uber. So it's like, so how do you feel
come back and you get
and if you feel like we should get paid, what do you feel like should be just starting rate? Not like nothing crazy.
Right. I think that every gig fluctuates, like I have had, winning the competition, $7,000. I have had booking fees that vary between $50 for a number to $250 to $500 for a gig. It all depends on the gig, honestly, and it's like, what are you open to do? I think that it's all about the market. 10 years ago, the amount of drag queens that were available in the market were way less than the amount of queens we have nowadays. Just to put into perspective. So the thing is that we have more opportunity, we have more queens than we have opportunities. And I agree that every girl deserves to get paid, but the clubs, they can just replace it by every bitch that, you know, she's ready to get my job, you know what I mean? Like, in a perspective, it's like a girl, if you're like, oh no, yeah, but they're like, I want to raise, oh, we don't got the budget, bye bitch, next bitch up, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of girls that are respected in the scene, but it takes years for you to get there, which is sad. At least there should be a base rate of at least $50 for every gig that you do. Tip spots should not exist. Even like the club, I know the clubs are always like, we're not making money, we're not making money. I don't know the numbers from any club, but they're complaining about not making money, but they're selling the bars for 20 million or like 25 million or something. So like if you split that in, let's cut that down in 3, because usually a business times 3 for their value. So if you're selling for 15 million, you're making at least 5 million a year. Let's say you have $1 million expenses. You really cannot take $100,000 to pay every queen that performs at your place.
Just a little skim $50, even if it's 25. I feel like that's a good starting rate because you get to build off it. And yes, it is a revolving door. However, I also feel like a lot of these places are establishments. Hamburger Mary's, Rocco's, Mickey's, all these places that have been around for years and are packed weekly. Mama, there's no.
Hamburger Mary's has not improved their rate in over 15 years. It's the same rate.
No take to Hamburger Mary's because I love, you know, all the queens that I met there or whatever. However, Hamburger Mary's pisses me off because even the competition, I think the price is only like weekly price is like $100.
They make so much money out of it.
It's $1,000. I'm like, all these gigs expect you to promote, bring people to the show, they're buying drinks, and if they're paying to get in the club too. So it's like, in my opinion, I feel like queens should get paid at least a base pay. Now, there's levels to this shit, like you said. I don't feel like a new queen or her queen who's not always out or whatever, like, you just want dragged out. You know, I barely be out, whatever. If we go to the same gig, I'm not going to expect to get paid $200 if you're getting paid $200. Realistically, because you're winning out and you have the establishment. However, at the same time, I also don't feel like, I feel like work, time, and what you bring to the table should be what bases your pay. Not necessarily how many titles under your belt or whatever, because ultimately, we know there's a lot of bitches who win things or whatever. Like
Drag next year, whatever.
Or just, we've seen, look at Drag Race. There's a whole bunch of bitches who have won and nobody talks about those bitches.
And they even
but we're talking like, look at, you watch the international seasons like UK and stuff? So like, look at UK, Lawrence won his season, but nobody talks about Lawrence. No shade. Everybody talk about Taste and Bimini. They're on the bottom, on the magazines, and they're worldwide famous.
But that also comes into fashion and like, you know, doesn't matter how plus size and welcoming the world act like they are, people are still fat shaming. I'm very sure that if she was a skinny girl, a lot more doors would have been open to her than her being a plus size queen. And it took an international season and a season that doesn't make any money 3 seasons later to have a plus size girl win. Like, we're on season 15. How many girls that are big have won? None.
And there's so many that could have.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's the same thing. It's like, I know TV is just trying to like make people like approve whatever society wants. No shade to Simone. Simone's sickening. But she won when the Black Lives Matter thing was going on. It was kind of like we expected her to win. And that was the first year that all the winners were black girls. So it was Priyanka, it was her.
It was Shay from All Star.
Shay from All Star. And then it was, there was another one that was, I forgot. Yeah, I don't know. There was Money Exchange the year before. And then there was
Evie. It was back to back.
Yeah, back. Exactly. It was right when the movement was going on. Now, a black queen has not won since, you know? Yeah, and then before that was Bob the Drag Queen. That's it. You know, like, it took another 5 years. Not that it has to be about race or anything, but like, we complained about not having trans girls in the show for years. It took Sonique from season 6 to come back to All Stars to win, to have like trans girls, and then that same year we had Carrie. And it's like, whenever something's being talked about, they bring in, but then this year, who is trans? We have a trans girl this year.
Because they said, okay, well, we had our trans moment.
Yeah, that's my point. It's like, we don't need a moment. We need representation.
Yes.
We don't like. I don't think that should be like, oh, there's just a black queen because like the year requires a black queen.
Especially
There's
being,
just
being a mixed person, that's one thing that pisses me off. I always say that when people make things about race or whatever, I'm like, why do we have to like? Why can't it just be? Why have to be? Oh, we have our first 3 black top 3 in drag. Why do we have to do that? Why can't we just say bad bitches are in the top? Why can't it be black, white, fat, skinny? That shit it pisses me off and it mind boggles me. But at the same time, it's just the world we live in. Like it's the world we live in is very, especially in LA, it's very like you're a skinny queen, you're a plus size queen, you know, and that's how they view it. It's no in between, like you said, black and white with the looks and the things. So I feel like it's very
but I feel like as far as being a local queen, it doesn't affect too much. You know, I know a lot of big bitches that are skinny and they're like both left and right. And I know a lot of skinny bitches that got no gigs. And it's like, you know, and it's at the end of the day, don't ever forget, it's not about how talented you are, it's how many people you know. Keep that in mind, bitch. It's not how talented you are, it's how many people you know.
I feel like it's a mix of both. Because I feel like you can know a lot of people, but if you're not talented, who cares? Like you're gonna die out in 10 years.
You're gonna be
a
lot of girls literally like have zero talent, but they have a drag family and they get paid gigs left and right. They perform at least 3 times a week.
No, it's true.
And then you have like us that did the competition that don't have a drag family. We're not getting booked left and right. I am getting booked left and right, but not because I won the competition.
That's because
I'm network and I go out and talk to the girls. I don't have a drag family. I never had a drag mother. Everything that I have learned by myself, watching videos or learning tricks and things like that. But now that I go out more often and I network with the girls know who Didi is. They know me and out of drag. And I'm not ashamed of asking. And I'll be like, hi, do you have a gig? Can I have a position to perform at your brunch at this date? Can I perform at your brunch at this date? I obviously bring my performance, but like, it's not begging, it is asking, but it's also kind of annoying because I felt like I have worked my way up and I deserve to be invited instead of having to be asking for positions and be like, can I do your brunch? Can I do this? Can I do that? I wish girls were like, Didi, like, you want to be part of my brunch? Like, where are my invitations for the shows? You know what I mean? But it also comes from like, there's so many queens, you know, you gotta give her opportunity to everyone.
But that's the problem. I don't feel like there's not a lot of, I mean, unless it's like competitions, I don't feel like there's a lot of shows out here that give a lot of new, like, are big on new, like, there's a lot of girls, like, if you have like a friend that hosts a show, there's like, they're only really booking their friends. And they'll book a couple other girls, but it's like, there's a lot of shows that I know, like, there's a couple queens that I've hit up that host brunches and all that stuff or whatever. And I'm like, you know, hey, one thing about me is I don't kiss ass. Like, yes, networking is cool and stuff, but once maybe you're gonna see the message. I actually will get, hey, you got any spots available? If you don't get back to me by the second time, I'm not gonna keep kissing your ass and be like, because ultimately it just shows me you don't want me, and that's fine. Or maybe you just want, but what I noticed a lot is a lot of the times there are people being overlooked and underbooked because there's already the girls who have established something, they establish bonds and connections with that certain thing. So unless you're in that group, they're only booking one girl. Or one girl that's an outsider.
And I felt like that in Boston as well. It's not just about the LA scene. I feel like it's about like whenever you meet a group of friends and they start getting books and hosting shit, they're always booking you. Obviously, you want to help your sister out. Yeah, but you also got to give opportunity to other people, you know, and there's always more opportunity for your sister to come back. I do want to give a shout out to Cake Moss, La Cienega Boulevardes, NYX, Hybrid, Maybe, and Billy Francesca, Alice Stone, and Barbara Please. Because those are girls that I haven't met and I haven't known them for a while, but I have come up to them and asked them for opportunities, and they have given me opportunities to give me a stage and perform. But it's all about like, Kiki Moss is amazing. She has the brunch and Mickey's in West Hollywood every Saturday, and she literally will open her dates for 3 months in advance. She'll post on her stories. She'll be like, tell me a day for each day of the month, and then I'll let you girls perform. And then literally like she has given so many younger girls opportunities to do brunch, and it's like brunch. It took me like I think 3 years to do my first brunch.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. That's long.
Or like no, at least like my first brunch was like post-pandemic, but it was a tip spot brunch. So I don't really count. Like my first paid brunch was with Kick Moss this last year. Yeah. So I did a brunch in Boston with the girls, but she gave me a tip spot. 4 numbers, 2 brunches, 2 for the first round, 2 for the second, 400 tips, not bad, but no paid fee. And like everyone else there was paid. I was on the tip spot, girl. Which was like, okay, but at the end of the day, I was just like very grateful. I'm always grateful to be on a stage, but I think I got on a level that I will do tip spots if it's for my good Judy, for someone that's starting a show that don't have the budget, or if it's for something that makes sense to me. So if I get booked for a Thursday show and then there's a tip spot 2-3 hours later and I'm in the area, I mean, already frugish. I might as well give it to the kids, you know?
Yeah. See, I kind of feel like when I feel like I get a lot of gigs like but outside of LA, which like those like the Queens, because I'm when I'm out I make connections, and a lot of the Queens I met have been from Long Beach, San Diego, all that stuff, and they have their own shows or have shows and they're like, come out, and I'm like, bitch, I just don't have a car. If I have a car, I'll be big, because I feel like LA, for me at least, because I am partially antisocial and just a very busy bitch. It is very. I feel sometimes like it's just like, oh well, I'm one of the others, which is fine. I don't mind being one of the others, bitch, because she's a bitch. I'm that bitch, because once she step in, bitch, she stepped the fuck in. Like I always say, bitch, any one of you bitches, there's like 2 bitches maybe that will probably give me, well, no, there's maybe a couple more that will give me a run for my money when it comes to battle. All these other bitches, I'll be all of you. I'll be her. Bitch, put us on the battle for that 7K and watch me take it. Nah, I'm just saying. I'll let her have
She
that.
didn't qualify.
I didn't sign up. That's the end of the day.
You did it? I thought you did.
I didn't want to.
You signed for Better Baby. Was that it? Which one did you do?
I didn't. I did.
You were doing one, no?
No, I was just doing regular bits. I didn't do because I was stopping because I did do drag out before they did, like I did it in August right before they started in September. But I just felt like I was gearing up to stopping competitions. So the only ones I did after that was like
biggest
Jenny and Angina.
I have learned from older, more mature queens that if you want to be booked and if you want to be treated like a booking queen, stop doing competitions.
Yes,
because when you are a competition girl, you forever be a competition girl.
And they'll only hit you up for that, and that's why
when you're a booking queen, you get booked for other gigs.
Now I don't think if you're fresh off the scene, obviously that's how you get training out there.
Right. It's about exposure.
I feel like once into a year. Like once you got a little, I feel like you have to start kind of making that boundary, and that's why I am this year completely. Like I'm not doing no competitions. Yeah. Only way I'm doing a competition if it's a big competition that is judged with judges. Like because for me, like that's why I did Anginas without a problem, because when she asked me to do it, I was just like, yeah, because you are judging and you have judges there, and we're getting actual critiques on how to get better. Mine rather than who has the most people or who gets the most tickets or whatever. Which is cunty, but sometimes it becomes fiendish. Like, honestly, if I'm being honest, that's probably why I didn't really go too dragged out too much whenever I was free to like go support you guys. Now, obviously, I would wanted to support y'all, but it was just, especially knowing all the girls, it's very uncomfortable for me because it's like, a lot of the bitches were female. And like, okay, give me a ticket. I'm like, I'm not just giving tickets out just to give tickets out. I'm giving tickets to the bitches who deserve it. If I'm here to watch a show, oh baby, you deserve my tickets, you gonna get it, Now, I mean, there was a couple queens where I was biased and always giving y'all tickets because but that's just, that's just because loyalty. And also, but facts are facts, and like, I know if I was giving you tickets, but you were in the top 10 weeks. So it wasn't like I was being delusional, but there was a lot of queens having their friends or just like, oh, let's go stand and get these tickets. Why I have to go work for another bitch to get their tickets? Where is she?
Put a little effort. It's like
just a little bit of effort.
And you can be as broke as you are. Good, we will only charge $5 for a shirt.
And not only
$5 for a skirt.
Not only
like
that,
bitch. And if you're skinny, it fits you. So like.
Skinny bitches should have it the easiest bitch. Because I'm a big bitch.
Go to Santiali. You can buy a gorgeous sparkly jumpsuit for $60, or you can buy a jumpsuit on sale for $10.
And if you're skinny, they have your size, bitch. Because the
jumpsuit didn't fit you. I just realized.
No, it didn't fit me. I put it on for later.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna wear it. I gave her a jumpsuit.
No, yeah, I was gonna wear it but since you don't wear, I thought you were wearing the matching ring, so we had one matching. So I thought we were gonna like yang, but you just want to show up.
Sorry.
In full drag, bitch. So I thought, now how do you feel about old queens before we get into hot seat? Because we're gonna get into hot seat real quick, girl, and we're gonna ask some questions, and we're gonna get into some things.
I think,
but yeah, because from my experience, most of the old queens I met, sweethearts. But what I do notice is a lot of them are kind of, it comes off maybe not jealous, but it comes like they're just a little angry, I guess, or maybe like just like a little, I don't know what word to explain it, but a lot of the older queens I come across are very like feel like we come in entitled, like, you know, like, oh, look at these bitches.
There's nothing better to explain another queen than the law broach me. Law, you're just so tired.
Yes, it's very that. Like, he has a point, but he's tired. There we go.
I love my old girls, and it's like, abuelita, you always gotta respect them because they paved the way for us to be here today. And I don't remember because I was a baby, but like, I have heard older queens telling me like 20, 10, 30 years ago, like, they wouldn't get a boyfriend because they were a drag queen. Like, doors would be getting shut down, all the gays would shame them when they're hosting shit on the scene. And nowadays, after Drag Race, 10 years from now, 10 years from Drag Race starting, things just became like this big, like, we love drag! Before I was just like, ew, you're a drag queen. And that's why I think there was a big hatred between like drag and trans girls. Earlier seasons, like, you know, there's that Shane's little video like, ooh, she's a, I can't say it anymore because, you know, but she's a slur for trans girls, and then she shouldn't be here, she's already a woman, like, this is Drag Race, you're supposed to be a drag queen. Like, they wanted to, like, the drag queens wanted to separate themselves from the trans girl because it was like one group trying to marginalize the other, which is so fucked up. But it's like the gays, they marginalize themselves by race. If you're white, masculine, you're at the top of the pyramid. And then you're like a black masculine gay, second round. Then you're a femme skinny gay, third round. And then you're like a fat femme gay, you're fucked. You're a drag queen, you're a stripe. And then you're a trans girl, burn. So it's like they all wanted to like separate from each other. But baby, for this straight, you all are trash.
We all the same.
You're the trash pyramid. So it's like we are the trash pyramid. You know what I mean? So it's like there's this whole segregation between the gay community, and in 2010 it seemed like it was worse. There's still a lot of it nowadays, but it's very different. You know, people are much more like broad and open-minded. But I can only imagine the 2000s when I was being made, and the 2010 that the gays had a whole completely like different experience. So like for the old queens, I appreciate them so much for paving the way. I love that they still performing. Like I want to be 60 and 70, still doing my gigs and my gags. Like that, I forgot her name, but she just turned 65 or 66. She's always performing at Hbic, but she's so talented. I'm telling you, high kick.
Who's old ass?
High kick, perform, and you look at her mug is good. I think the only thing I wish older queens kept up with was the trend. You can still have your old aesthetic, but keep up with the trend.
Because some of them wigs,
the wigs are thirsty, the makeup is a little outdated. You know, like we already learned past. I know you're older and it's harder to learn new things, but if you keep evolving, things will get better, you know? It's like, I'm sure you can always take a makeup class and learn, that's it, from a drag queen or the other. Just because we're older doesn't mean you don't have to learn. You know, like I hear younger queens because they could be giving tips to me that I don't know, and I hear the older queens because they'll be giving tips to me that I don't know. And it's all about exchanging information, and the perspective that you have right now is not the one I have, is not the one that he has. It's a different perspective. So the way I see the world is completely different than the way you two are seeing the world. But your perspective will teach me something, your perspective will teach me something.
And you have to be open
to receiving. Yeah, exactly. And not everything's a learning lesson. You have to filter what's worth it learning for you, but just be open-minded to learning. And I think that's what happens to a lot of the older girls. They're like, I've been in the industry for years. I don't have to learn anything. I am tired. I'm done. I'm gonna serve what I want to serve, and I'm still gonna get my check. But like, baby, you're an entertainer. Actors have to grow throughout the years. You know what I mean?
Literally,
like,
you see
Anne Hathaway haven't been acting the same since she did when she started. It's a whole different Anne Hathaway today. You know, Lindsay Lohan is a different Lindsay Lohan from the movies that she did earlier than the movies that she's doing now. Every job you have to grow and change. I know you gain experience from doing drag for 10, 20 years, but change, bring a fresh feel to your art.
Yes.
That's all I want.
Because all you're going to do is, like you said, you're going to stay
You already get
feel, and everybody gets tired. Because it's like,
you already got the gigs, you already got the checks, you already got the connections, you already got the experience. Bring something new to the
table. In my opinion, I feel like their job at this point, which they kind of just fell into that position, but I feel like the job that they should just keep is at this point. But it's like you said, continue opening the doors, hosting their shows since they have that name, and giving shows, like giving the stage to, you know, knowing upcoming queens and things like that.
Which they do a lot, which is
which that I think is sickening.
Yeah.
But sometimes it just, you know, you get that energy sometimes from some. It's like, you know, whatever, because
you feel they're just tired, they don't want to be there, and it's like, you know when you have a 9 to 5 and it sucks, like let's say you hate working at McDonald's, but you have to be there because you gotta pay your rent. I hate when drag queens feel like that because I know we all have a bad day. It's okay. Sometimes you're not in your 100% energy, clown energy, kiki with everyone, and like tired of that week. It was awful, but like you still are entertaining the same way that like you're a singer and like Katy Perry just heard in Brazil when she was doing a show 10 years ago. She had just got her divorce announced through the phone and the news before they told her, right before she had to go on stage. She could have canceled the show right there. She still went on stage, she still performed. She did cry, but she still served to her fans and they made her laugh. It's about professionalism.
Yes.
If drag is your work, no matter what's going on, when you open that curtain, give them whatever you're giving. If you're gonna give a sad song, give them sadness. If you're gonna give them a happy song, give them happiness. If you're gonna give a performance, give a performance. If you're gonna do sexy, flirty, give them sexy and flirty. When you open that curtain, fuck whatever you're going through. Yeah. It's not about whatever you're going through. It's about what you're gonna make other people experience.
When you walk into the door of your job, bitch, you leave that shit outside.
And that's the thing. What happened with some old queens is that they're just so tired of doing the same thing, and it feels repetitive to them, and they don't feel fresh and fun and excited to be doing that anymore. So when they open the curtain, it's the same energy, and we don't want that. We want for you to give us something like we pay
money.
Excuse me. Yeah, to be on
And
there.
I also feel like another thing could hand in hand with that, you said like attitude and stuff. Just in general, queens need to have better attitudes with each other. You know, because there's a lot of times where I've met a couple bitches and I'm just like, ooh. Like, and I'm like, why this bitch got that attitude? Or that entitlement? Bitch, you cannot be that entitled and look at me like I'm a trash bag. Bitch, we're in the same show. I'm sorry, but if we're getting booked at the same gigs, I don't care what I'm wearing, what you're wearing, how much you spend on that, how much I spend on this, we're in the same show. You ain't getting paid, I'm not getting paid. So we on the same playing field, in my opinion.
It's all about being respectful. It's all about like you're all in the same industry. You're all gonna be working together. Yes. Exactly. Just take some hands, say hi. Like that won't kill you or anything. Like just be personable. At the end of the day, you know what I mean. Like people lie, be nice, be friendly, and that's how people are gonna fall in love with you. I'm shady, but I never stop being kind and never stop being nice. And I give girls makeup tips. I give girls looks. I give them the time of day. I'm funny. I'll joke with you. I'm respectful. So it's just who I am, and I'm not gonna change. And I don't try to like classify or disrespect anyone. It's like the way I treat Jay, I'll treat Jenny, I'll treat La Cienega.
Yeah, just match energy.
Exactly.
And honestly,
it's not about match energy. I'll be better than your energy. Yes. And if you're disrespectful to me, I will give it a try once, I'll give it a try twice. And if you're just rude, don't chase it after because I won't give you the time of day.
There's only a handful of y'all that I genuinely fuck with. Like I feel like I could keep it outside the drag or whatever, but only because yes, energies and I gravitate towards real. So like, you know, you give real and stuff, you know, when you got something to say, you say it. You're not gonna hold your tongue, but you're not gonna say it in a cunty way. But you're similar to me in the sense that you, well, at least from what I pick up, you kind of like read people's energy. You know who you're talking to, so you know how to word it. Like with me, you know, you could be like, oh, bitch, what the fuck you got on? Exactly. But with another bitch, you're like, baby, we're gonna try. You know? If
I don't know you, I'm gonna be a little more respectful. If I know you and I feel like you're my girl, I'm gonna be a little more like upfront. If you feel disrespected by that, like that's what I tell people. I like my way to cope with everything in life is humor.
Yes.
I'm very optimistic, so everything for me is humor. So if we talked about your trauma and then we're kicking and I make a joke because something relates to your trauma that you said you overcame and then that bothered you and triggered something in you, if you let me know that bothered you, I'll never joke about it. But if you don't tell me and you start to get mad and you distance yourself, bitch, I don't have a crystal ball. How do you want me to figure out?
You gotta let me know.
How do you want me to figure out? Speak up. Communication is key. So if I say something, if I do something that bothers you, or if you feel like I treated you a certain type of way, come up to me. Don't just like cross your arms and be like, give me dirty looks. Baby, if you have a dirty look for me, you are angry. You are hungry. That's it. You just want some food. Go get some food, you'll be good.
That part.
Dirty looks for me will not do anything. And I do not want to chase and figure out. So if you have an issue with me, call me. If you don't have my number, we don't have an issue.
And say that shit again because people are me, I'm like, I don't care. And that's one thing.
If you have an issue with us, call us. If you don't have our number,
mama. And even if you don't have an issue,
in words of Tom Holland.
Even if you don't have an issue with me, that's what, baby. I don't give a fuck because one thing about it is, like I always say, especially in drag, to me, how I view it is, for the most part, whether we're sisters or not, for the most part, we're all co-workers.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, don't bring no drama to my workspace. I won't bring no drama to you because one thing about it is, the hood bitch will come out. And now we're no longer co-workers. I don't do the catty stuff, and that's why Whenever there's drama, I just listen. I'm a comedian and I don't do it to the people just talk and I just listen.
She blends in, yeah.
I don't talk shit, you know, I give my real opinion and the same thing I'll say to her about a situation, I'll say it to the next bitch, you know. But overall I like to stay out of it because one thing I don't do is the drama, because one thing I will do is throw hands.
I don't do throw hands. I do the drama because the drama chase me. I don't chase the drama. But I'll keep it real. If I talk behind your back, rest assured, I'll talk it to your face too if you ask me.
And that's why I love this bitch, because
Yeah.
I'm here, bitch.
We'll be talking shit here, and then you ask me on the street, did you say this and this about me? I
Well,
said
yes.
what I said.
Well, yes.
Yes. And then if you want, I can repeat it the way I said it. Because you know, this fucking wireless cell phone that this bitches be like gossiping all the way to upwards and then telephone without wire.
Bitch, if you got a problem, speak it the fuck up.
It's like, that's my issue, is that like, if you're gonna say that I said something, say it with the same words. Because wording is everything. And girls misunderstand because wording, I did not like her look because it was bad in my opinion and it didn't feel innovative.
Yeah.
And then the bitch will come to me saying, you said my look was trash and it was horrible. Who said, why'd you say that about my look? And then I'll tell you, I did not say that your look was trash was horrible. I said your look was not good, in my opinion, and it was nothing innovative. Those are the words I said. Now, if you think that those words mean trash and horrible, that's your interpretation of my sentence.
And see, that's
That
why
is
you
not what
have
I
to
meant.
be careful with who you say things to, especially when in drag, because y'all never know. You could be like, this is my sister, and I could tell her one thing about a bitch right now, and tomorrow I could wake up and go to that gig, and that bitch could be like, oh, you said. So you never know. You have to be careful what the fuck y'all say to who y'all say to, and bitch. Sometimes you gotta do the old school thing and just sit on the toilet when you're taking a shit and just talk to the wall like it's a confessional and you're a bad girl. But we about to get into the hot seat because we about to end this episode. Before we do, we gotta do the hot seat.
Or just getting those questions ready. Get those inches, baby.
The behind the scenes.
Is this what I get for putting bitches on? Is it my fault that all you bitches on?
Is this 40 inches?
Baby, this is 48. Get into it.
48? I think
I cut 4 inches off.
Oh.
But she goes under my butt.
So she's 52 inches, bitch.
No. She was 48 originally. She's
So
probably
she's
44. Yeah. Because I cut a little bit off because it was like dry. But look, she goes.
Yeah, you know, I just want to point something out. Bitch, on my clock dry. What's this? Look at the.
I just washed her and put some moisturizer to the comment
Mama,
section.
give her a little frizzy, baby.
Frizzy who, girl? Frizzy who?
It tastes synthetic. So this is the hot seat. We're gonna sit down. Every episode, we're gonna ask 15 questions. The queens have 2 minutes to answer the question. It's rapid fire. That's why it's hot seat.
2 minutes to answer. All of them are 2 minutes per question.
2 minutes to answer the questions. We're going quick through the questions.
Oh, okay. Through the
Well,
questions.
it's literally the
What
first
comes to
thing
mind? I
that
gotta say
comes
it.
to mind.
Okay.
So, also, I forgot to give this disclaimer at the beginning, but anybody who knows me knows I don't give a fuck. However, the disclaimer is now for the rest of the series. Whenever a queen or king sit across from me in this chair, whatever comes out their mouth, whether it's shady or not, do not cancel them or come for them. Come for me because I'm the one asking the questions. And you know I don't care if you come for
And
me.
it's the first thing that came to mind.
Yes.
So it's not my honest opinion, it's my first opinion.
It's honest.
It's my first because I couldn't think of what I wanted to say.
Once you start answering the first question, the timer will start. So the first question is the one you really have time to think about, I guess. Okay, first question. Top 3 favorite famous queens.
I love Plain Jane. I love Violet Chachki. And I love Pablo Vittar. Can I say one more?
Yeah, go.
One exchange.
Top 3 local queens.
Jay, I love you. I think you're an amazing performer. You have a lot to grow, but you are really good. I love Barbara, please. If I gotta have someone else that I like. I like anytime.
Oh, period. Fuck, marry, kill. Britney, Francesca, Tony Soto, or RuPaul.
Fuck, marry, kill. Kill Billy, because she's my mother.
Okay.
Fuck Tony and marry RuPaul because she's rich.
Yeah. Recite the national anthem.
Oh, can you see?
Oh. Next, the gays of WeHo is returning for a new season. Which 7 local gays, including queens, whatever, are you casting on that show? 7, go.
Okay, I'm casting myself. I'm casting you because we're gonna be a party. I'll also cast Kate Moss because she could be a Kiki. And then I'll cast
56 seconds.
someone else that Kate Moss doesn't like, Fabregas. Okay, I'll cast Fabregas. Oh my god. I'll cast Muscle Queen, the one that created Chatty. And then I'll cast my friend Matt, Josh because he's classy, and then that's it. Jenny Toolshoe.
Period. How do you wipe? Not this question. How do you wipe? Front to back or back to front? And do you fold the toilet paper or do you roll it up?
I fold it front to back.
Okay, period. Drag Race is doing a bestie season. Who are you choosing and why?
Okay, it's gonna be me and Mossy.
Period. If you one artist to perform for the rest of your life in drag, the one artist, only artist. What artist is that gonna be?
In drag, as a drag queen?
Yeah,
Then I
like
do
this. This is your last. Like you can only choose one artist to perform for the rest of your drag career. Who you choose?
Oh, I can perform as one artist. Oh, okay, I'll probably do Beyonce. Yeah.
Do you know?
I'll just say hands down.
2 minutes over. We still asking the question. Fuck, I don't care. Okay. If not you, ooh, yeah, we asking these questions. If not you, then which one of your fellow competitors in Dragged Out should have won?
I think that someone that was like really creative was Alexis, but I would have to say Mossy just because I think Mossy is a little more aged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period. What's more important, a queen's looks, a queen with tricks, or a queen who knows how to work her lips?
A queen with tricks, a queen who looks or how to work her lips. I like tricks because I think it's lips you can miss or hit or miss, looks you can hit or miss, but I think the tricks are for me it's all about experience. So as long as you're bringing an experience and we're having a good time, it's worth it. So.
Period. Should drag perform? Oh, we would ask that question. Fuck, marry, kill, sister edition. Jenny Toes, hentai, or Looney?
Fuck, marry, kill. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'll fuck Jenny because she has a big winner. Her name is Jenny Tools. Fuck, I love hentai and Looney. I don't want to kill them. Oh, okay. I'm gonna kill hentai and then I'll marry Looney because she speaks Portuguese and we can do Brazilian food together.
Period. Best dynamic duo: Trixie and Katia, Bob and Monet, Alaska and William, or Mick and Violet. Whichever other two you don't say, they cancel.
I really love Bob and Monet.
Period.
And I love Violet and Gabi.
Okay, out of those two.
Yeah, but like Bob and Monet are better for me. Yeah.
Now the final question.
Sister rivalry.
The final question is a two-parter. Now this is the gag. Your 7K is on the line in a lip sync battle. And the lip sync battle, if you win, is the only way you can keep that 7K. If not, you lose it to the bitch you go against. First, what 4 queens can you beat in a lip sync? And the second part is what 4 queens do you not want to battle against because you know you will lose?
Jenny Tools, Sweet Tea, Karina Textbox, and do I choose this song?
No.
Oh.
You already got the 7K, bitch. It's too much advantage.
No, but I don't know. If it's a song that I know, I can beat anyone. But it's a song that I don't know, then I have to play around.
They're gonna give y'all a Britney song.
Sure, okay, I can beat anyone with a Britney song. I'd like to go against Wiconique again because I lost her twice.
Do you want to risk your 7K to possibly lose again?
Yeah, but because I'll beat her out.
That's risky.
Because Wiconique had the fire to win the $300 at Jenny competition. I just won 7K. I was there just for my sister to be proud of it. It was a different mindset.
You don't want it.
I still got $50 losing 3 times, so get into it.
You're right. She lost against me and she still got 50. I said, bitch, what the fuck?
You see how that was my life works, bitch?
Now that goes into part 2. What 4 queens do you not want to battle against in that lip sync because you are going to lose? Or even possibly lose. You don't want to risk it.
I wouldn't want to battle against Nyx Lachey, Violeta, Jada Slater.
Wait, I was just waiting.
And then, what was that one that had the 2 alien things at your competition? The bald one, I forgot her name.
Oh, bald.
She's bald in real life, she's trans. Anjana's daughter?
Oh, Piper.
Piper.
Oh, yes. Piper's so
Piper
cute.
Safety,
I
yes.
love Piper, bitch.
I love Piper.
That's my girl right there.
Yeah, so I wouldn't want to go against her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know her too much, but I know she's a second performer.
Period. Well,
I'm trying to remember who wowed me the most, you know? So.
Period. Well, there you go. There y'all girls have it. And to the 4 bitches that she said she could beat, is that challenge accepted? Are y'all gonna battle? Or y'all gonna let her beat
I'm not putting 7K on the line, just know about that.
I mean, she already won the 7K. And
We still have it.
most of the bitches she named, she beat in the competition anyway. So it don't matter. But, okay, so before we leave out, let the girls know, first of all, where do you see yourself in drag within the next 5 years? What do you have upcoming? And yeah.
Okay, where I see myself in drag in 5 years will be winner of Drag Race season 18, $250,000 richer, And I think Drag Race for me is just gonna be an opening door because I'm a big entrepreneur and I love to create and start business. So I'll just use that as my breakthrough into being a socialite. Not just entrepreneurship, but becoming a socialite. Wealth, fame, everything. I just have a bigger vision for me, and I know I know this is just the start, and I'm a very hard worker. And it's like, if you work hard, it pays off, right? But you have to have the right connections. You have to have the right doors open to you. A lot of doors and windows will close, but the right ones will open. As long as I'm working towards that. So that's my end goal, and like give it back to my parents and be able to give them a comfortable life, retire them, bring them all luxury vacations, give my mom pay for a massage. She could get like 3 massages a week or a massage a day. You know what I mean? Like I want to give them a comfortable lifestyle. Give it back to the people that have given me so much of their time, love, and life in general. So that's like my end goal in 5 years, and probably with a kid or 2, whatever.
Oh, in 5 years.
Well, I'm gonna be 27, so thinking about it, probably adopting 7 years.
How many kids do you want?
I want a lot. I want like 5 kids.
So I want like 5 to 7.
But I'm not gonna do surrogate. I'm gonna adopt all of them.
Yeah, no reason.
It doesn't have to be around the world, I can just adopt in the
I
US.
feel like
But the process here is too hard. I might become what is it called? Foster parent. Not for the money, just so the kids could come in and stay. And then, personally I'll try to adopt them because once you're a foster parent, I feel like it's easier to adopt than like being on the system waiting. And I don't care if I'm getting a baby or if I'm getting like a 13-year-old. They're gonna get love and care, and that's it.
I want them a little younger, only because if they're older, they're already stuck in their ways.
No, they're not stuck in their ways. Everything changed.
Well, it depends.
Right, but it's like everyone has the opportunity to grow and do better. So I believe everyone can change.
I believe the chosen are future.
And then I'm organizing a birthday show March 23rd. You most likely can catch me at Sunset House. It's gonna be my golden birthday, so it's called Didi Roast. And then I have an open mic for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then everyone in the party get to roast me. And then I'm gonna have a few queens perform, so we'll see. Maybe I'll book Jace later.
Bitch, it's my birthday weekend, so
if she's better.
Bitch, fuck you, bitch. One thing about it, bitch, is put me on that stage, then I'm really turning the party. Now it's really a show.
Only if Hentai does her makeup. Hentai makeup workshop. The girls will book you.
Period, girl.
It's now.
Miss Testicles. But yes,
testicles. Tentacles.
I'm horny. I'm horny. Well, blue. Oh, good. It says good vibes.
I said blue.
Oh,
but what is?
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for being seriously. I really appreciate you for coming through because clearly we are this is a very small production company right now, but we will grow, and the fact that you are our inaugural guest on this show, I appreciate it. And in a year when we have a full studio, bitch, you gotta come back and kiki with the girls.
I'm so excited. Thank you for having me, Jay.
Yes,
it was a pleasure. Hope y'all like the kiki and got to know me a little more.
Where can we find you?
You can find me at my Instagram and TikTok at Didi, D as in Dick, I as in iconic, D as in Dick, I as in iconic, Tsunami, Tsunami. So Didi Tsunami at all my platforms and my email.
I think she meant D as in delusional.
At gmail.com. You can book me for your future gigs.
With a booking fee. Don't come to us, she's not performing for free.
I'm not, but if you tell me that you came from Jay's channel, I'll give you a good deal on my booking fee.
A good discount,
Exactly, just because she's my sister.
And I love you guys. Like I always say, bitch, live your fucking life. Be that motherfucking bitch. Be cunty, be cool, come bitch. We about to motherfucking go out, pop some pussy and watch this Drag Race girl. And have a good motherfucking time. Like I always say, HBIC.
Oh, who's coming?
Signing out. Who's coming? Thumbnail. My pussy's so fat. Hey. Hey. You want to remedy my cat?
I gotta get back inside. The forecast is, bitch, if you don't gotta come outside, stay the fucking house. Because she raining. She windy and she raining.